Hi, welcome along to another video. Going to go through some newspaper articles, some other stuff, plenty to go through. Links to all the articles are in the information section of this video. We start in Malaysia from the 22nd of May, the Sun Daily. Cloud seeding needed despite recent rainfall, says Penang Water Authority. Penang needs a second round of cloud seeding to induce rainfall at key catchment areas despite the current rainy spell which has caused flash floods in some parts of the state. PBAPP Chief Executive Officer Datuk Yaseni Maidinsa said the first phase of cloud seeding operations carried out over Kedah and Penang between April 25th and May 21st was successful as water levels at some dams rose. Hence, PBAPP will seek another round of cloud seeding next month, June. Generally, Yaseni said the cloud seeding has been successful, but more can be done. Then from the middle of May, also in the Sun Daily from the 14th of May, pay attention to looming water crisis. It should be noted that the secondary objective of the cloud seeding operations is to increase the effective capacities of all 6 key dams. From the 21st of May at the Dhaka Tribune, artificial intelligence to combat climate change, a legal ethical perspective. In connection with climate change adaptation and mitigation, artificial intelligence, AI, that includes machine learning and deep learning can play a mammoth role. These sectors include arranging geoengineering for a more effective Earth. That's reference to HAL 2019. In the Digital Journal from May the 20th, tests on nuclear weapons change rainfall patterns. Tests from the Cold War nuclear missiles program affected the environment in terms of alterations to rainfall. The data shows the radioactive period following nuclear tests changed rainfall thousands of miles from the detonation sites. There is one benefit with the data. The research shows how electric ionization of clouds can alter the amount of rainfall, and such data can assist with efforts designed to alter the climate in areas that are subject to excessive drought. An alternation to weather patterns can be achieved through an electric charge modifying the way by which droplets found within clouds collide and combine. This physical phenomenon can alter the size of droplets and thus influence rainfall. The research has been published in the journal Physical Review Letters. The research is titled Precipitation Modification by Ionization. So the UK left the EU March 2019, well over a year ago, but from the UK you cannot access quite a few media stories for legal reasons, which are being a member of the EU, which the UK is not. So America, you need to get your rules and laws sorted out, don't you? If you are in America or not in the EU, then the links to these 4 or 5 ones are in the information section. So the Minot Daily News ones, you see a little bit on someone saying I'm voting no on weather modification, so there's clearly a vote coming up as to whether they're going to fund the weather modification situation or not. Each participating county has a weather modification authority comprised of 5 county commission appointed members. Public has a right to know. Weather modification a costly failure. I am a Ward County farmer and taxpayer and I am voting no on weather modification. Business News Global Cloud Seeding Equipment Market 2020 Analysis from Surfacing Magazine. Ground-based generator. So the leading companies in the market included in the report are as given below: Weather Modification Incorporated, North American Weather Consultants Incorporated, Seeding Operations and Atmospheric Research, SOAR, Coyote Climate Modification Consultants, LLP, Ice Crystal Engineering, Metec SPA, AF Jets, Snowy Hydro, Limited. On the basis of product type, this report segments the global market into aerial cloud seeding equipment, ground-based cloud seeding equipment. On the basis of application, this report segments the global market into fog dissipation, snowfall, rainfall augmentation, hail suppression, other weather modifications. The global market is evaluated across key geographies, namely North America, United States, Canada and Mexico, Europe, Germany, France, UK, Russia and Italy, Asia Pacific, China, Japan, Korea, India and Southeast Asia, South America, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, etc., Middle East and Africa, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, Nigeria and South Africa. Names that crop up regularly on these International Weather Wars videos. In the Scientific American from January 2020, the NOAA gets go-ahead to study controversial climate Plan B. Government climate scientists will study 2 geoengineering proposals to counteract global warming. The top climate change scientist for NOAA said he has received $4 million from Congress and permission from his agency to study 2 emergency and controversial methods to cool the Earth if the US and other nations fail to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions. One is to inject sulfur dioxide or a similar aerosol into the stratosphere to help shade the Earth from more intense sunlight. It is patterned after a natural solution, volcanic eruptions, which have been found to cool the Earth by emitting huge clouds of sulfur dioxide. You'll recognise that technology, geoengineering technology, as the SPICE technology, stratospheric particle injection for climate engineering, started by various universities in the UK. The UK one was cancelled. Many people complained about this project going ahead in Norfolk, and it was cancelled, originally due to issues with the financing, and then later it was being said that it was cancelled because there was issues with the patents. It was then moved to America, where it was carried out successfully. And the American one, 2 Harvard engineers are to spray sun-reflecting chemical particles into the atmosphere to artificially cool the planet using a balloon flying 80,000 feet over Fort Sumner, New Mexico. For those of you that don't know what the SPICE project is, it's using an artificial balloon to take a huge hose pipe up to very high altitudes and then spray pump from the ground up to the balloon and then spray out reflective particles from the balloon. It's supposed to mimic volcanoes, and you'll see there the name David Keith cropping up, surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly. The second approach would use an aerosol of sea salt particles to improve the ability of low-lying clouds over the ocean to act as shade. This technique is borrowed from ship tracks, or long clouds left by the passage of ocean freighters that are seen by satellites as reflective pathways. They could be widened by injections of vapour from seawater by specialised ships to create shading. So all those trails that you see being left behind aeroplanes that spread out and form cloud, turns out they're actually from ships going across an ocean somewhere. There you go, you didn't know that, did you? Just turns out the aeroplanes were there coincidentally, it's got nothing to do with them. Ship tracks. Shit tracks. I hope I'm saying that clearly. So we pop over to the activist post, weather derivatives, temperature modification and chemtrails, the smoking guns. This article is the first in a series commemorating the release of the author's greatly revised and expanded second edition of his book, Chemtrails Exposed, a new Manhattan project, available now exclusively at Amazon. So from Peter Kirby, his latest book, could be very interesting, one to look out for. It's available exclusively at Amazon, so I guess that's what that A in a circle must mean. Yeah, Amazon. Social networking, Elana Freeland, speaking at the San Francisco Geoengineering Awareness Forum. It's on Patrick Roddy's YouTube channel, 1 hour 23 minutes long. If it's there, go and take a look. Also a post on Facebook from Integrity Massage LLC on the 20th of May that shows International Weather Organization. If you don't know what that is, on the left, that's an Illuminati card. It's a set of about 50 cards that are said to predict world events. Celebrity news from Zimbio. Obviously everyone's heard of this website, haven't they? Like, you just can't stay off of it with the information that's on it. TV, movies, pop culture, streaming, quizzes, photos. Like, Zimbio is just like so well known, isn't it? I know. But anyway, obviously I don't even need to explain to you what Zimbio is, because everybody just knows of it. And their mega superstar author, Joe Robertson. Now, Joe, what can you say about Joe? Hey, what could you say about Joe? May the 19th, Strange celebrity beliefs you will not believe. I've read this article, you will not believe what some celebrities believe, I can tell you. Kylie Jenner believes in chemtrails. Crikey, Joe, that's a bit of a information bomb, that one, isn't it? Kylie Jenner expressed worry about chemtrails, i.e. airplanes spraying chemicals or biological agents as they soar through the sky. In a 2015 tweet, although she doesn't explicitly say chemtrails, she was worried about all the airplanes she was seeing and the white trails they leave behind. So before we actually go into that, so she hasn't actually said chemtrails, but he's saying chemtrails, right? So she hasn't said chemtrails, she's worried about the airplanes and the white trails they leave behind. But our man Joe, the authority on all things celebrity at Symbio, says Kylie Jenner believes in chemtrails. Yet he even says she hasn't said chemtrails. So this guy, to start with, now I know this is obviously, it's just some pointless nobody website. I am clear on that. But the point is that, you know, this is whether it's Kylie Jenner or not. Anyone who speaks out about this should be seen as your brother or sister, your comrade, however you want to call that, your colleague, your compatriot. Doesn't matter if they're a celebrity or not. If they're speaking out about things, then come on. And we'll come on to that bit in a second anyway with this. But anyway, luckily Joe at Symbio, or whatever it's called, piggybacking off the name Zimbabwe, clearly. When people search for Zimbabwe, they might come up with Symbio, yeah. Anyway, the white streaks left behind by airplanes are actually water vapour called contrails. A simple Google search reveals this. So, honestly, people, what have we been going on about? Like, why hasn't Joe ever been exposed to us so we could find the truth like that? That it's just contrails, right? And come on, like a simple, not even a difficult Google search, but a simple Google search reveals this. Excellent. So it just tells you everything you need to know about these people, doesn't it? The celebrities aren't the problem, trust me. It's the media. It's always been the media. It will always be the media. It'll be the nobodies, like Joe, who works for a nobody website, right up to the everybodies who works for the everybody news channels. Makes no difference. So sticking with the Symbio article from Joe, Hayden Panatierre believes in chemtrails. What the heck are they spraying over us? It's been happening for years, but only this extreme for the past few months. So, thanks Joe, Hayden, and Kylie. We know what's going on. So let's see how he finishes his story off. Like Kylie Jenner, Hayden Panatierre is another celeb who buys into the chemtrails conspiracy theory. Prince, Billy Corgan, Roseanne Barr and Erykah Badu have also shared their thoughts on chemtrails over the years. So you see what this guy is doing. This is how nasty and twisted the author of this article is, right? He can get away with slagging off a couple of celebrities, right? They're buying into the chemtrails conspiracy theory. But he can't state that Prince is buying into a chemtrail conspiracy theory, right? Because he cannot slag off Prince. He knows his article will bomb. He will bomb. He will be like, whoever reads his article, all those people that would read this type of article will go, hang on mate, you can't say that about Prince. You know, that's how it works, right? You can say it about Kylie Jenner, but you can't say stuff like that about Prince. So Prince shares his thoughts over chemtrails. He's not buying into a chemtrail conspiracy theory. That's what Kylie Jenner and Hayden are doing, right? But Prince, he's sharing his thoughts. Erykah Badu, well-respected singer, sharing their thoughts on chemtrails. Okay, they're not buying into any conspiracy theory there. Like, those four people are just sharing their thoughts. Like I say, I know it's just some pointless website, and really should it matter, but it does matter, because these are the people that are kind of programming the people you're standing next to in the shops, right? People read these websites, they read these articles. The fact that in 2020 someone is really still writing articles based on that sort of thing is, well, it's just 2010, isn't it? It's just so 2010. If you fancy a read, at the Good Read Club, Climate Engineering and the Law, Regulation and Liability for Solar Radiation Management and Carbon Dioxide Removal. There you go, that one should fry your brain. And if that one doesn't fry your brain, then at the AAAS Science, There's an ocean fertilisation article, changing perspectives in marine nitrogen fixation. To fix the sea, yeah, through ocean fertilisation, which is really handy because over by Fukushima they're pouring radioactive water into the sea. So it's going to be really handy to fix the sea of nitrogen and CO2 and that over in one place because they're pouring radiated water into it in another place. So well done all you scientists doing that ocean fertilisation stuff. So it's heavily funded by the Gates Foundation. What can you say? Thanks for watching. It's always good to have your company. See you soon. Hey, take care.